stage. I am your humble dungeon master, DM Order, and I'm joined by these awesome individuals who are the heroes of the campaign. They are the Crimson Peacekeepers. At least four out of the five. We are down one person with Erlon. Everyone hopes and prayers with him as he's going through some health issues. So we're hoping that he recovers quickly with regards to it. But nevertheless, we have four people. We're going to be moving forward with the story. And tonight is session 75, which in my mind is the halfway point for the campaign, because in my mind, I envision this as a 150 episode campaign. So kind of unofficially halfway point, and it makes sense. Our heroes are level 10, and we'll see what kind of like things and shenanigans and wrap ups they're going to be doing in the next 10 or so arcs. But for those who are joining us, welcome, brand new, welcome. This is exciting. The group is a little bit into the next arc. If you're curious about any of the previous episodes that we've done, you can check out our YouTube channel. It's on Castles and Calamities on YouTube. We have all of our previous episodes from this campaign, as well as our sister campaign, which is hosted by DM Chaos, also known as Lance, the King of Bones, right now in his zooms for it. But yes, if you're interested in watching a campaign that takes place more in the age of antiquity, all of our previous episodes are on our YouTube channel. We'll see when the next few episodes will be coming out as time permits for it. But if you're here for an era of a civil war with a desert campaign and a technological revolution with the Industrial Revolution, you're in the right place. Let's get into the recap of session for what happened last time on session 74 as we move into session 75. So last time, the Crimson Peacekeepers were at the Misere family dinner party. That's pretty much was the big one for it. The Misere family dinner party was hosted by Alice Misere, also known as, well, just Alice, as the Crimson Peacekeepers, and she threw the party with inviting several or approximately 100 guests. Several didn't show up, unfortunately, but still, there was a good number of I believe the number we settled on was like 18 no shows because with plus ones. But overall, it was a smashing success with connections being made and support rallied for the Misere family and the papery industries. Interested groups and interested guests were aplenty. The group made a lot of different contacts, including contacts with the Simon's Gramophones, as well as Fai's Stadium, and getting even from Alice a gold plaqued paper or printing press certificate offered to her, as well as a little bit of a slight confrontation, or maybe a little bit of a back and forth between Erlon and Agravain, one of the individuals who is suspected of foul play for causing the issues with papery industry, but has not yet been proven. Overall, the party was a success, and the group had a schedule to keep. The next day, they were prepared to leave Zarek, and as such, did. At noon, were teleported by Revenos back to, or not back to, but to the outskirts of the very farthest parts of Jedna, in order for them not to be detected as they started moving forward into the city proper. It's a 4 hour hike going forward, but I'm assuming also that you guys might be using the carpet of flying. So let's get into it and figure out what happens next as the group is heading towards the city of Jedna, the place where they all started back in the day, as well as to convince or to reach and convince the Arif there of siding with either the West or the East or whatever decision he does support at the end. But with that being said, everyone roll me some d20s. Let's get the party started. Zanny with a 5. You know, it sounds about right because last time we had like everyone was above 15. So Lance is a
We're
2.
back.
We're back.
We're back.
Chance with a 5. Alice, come on, let's do this. Let's do this.
I'm sorry, I pressed the back button on accident because I got a new mouse and it's awful sensitive.
Awfully
Perfect.
sensitive.
That's great.
13.
We had to
Okay.
have one. Somebody has to be over a 10. That is a requirement.
Yeah. All right, Chance and Zanny, if you would kindly do rollies, roll another d20. All right, Zanny, you beat with that. So Alice number one, Zanny number two, Chance number three, Lance number four, and Erlon number five. All right. With that being said, you guys are about 4 hours away from the city of Jeddah. Alice, what is Alice thinking or doing after arriving at the very farthest outskirts of the city?
Alice is a little bit sad to be leaving, but she's left enough times by this point that she's getting better at it, so she's not as insufferable this time around. She's not looking backwards towards Zarek where she wishes she was. She's looking forward and she's, brushing off her skirts and she's like, "Okay, how long did you say it's going to take us to get there?" Absolutely, definitely still not dressed for the trip at all.
Fair, fair. All right. You asked that question, anyone else can answer, but um well, roll a survival check for me, Alice.
Gladly. Hmm.
Sick or
Gladly.
nah, you're like, my God, it's gonna take all day.
Yeah. Does that mean I can roll again?
Go ahead, roll one more time.
I was hoping it was a one again.
17.
I liked the one
You
better.
you realize you're about 4 hours walk away from the city proper.
Alice has her hands on her hips and she looks at Zanny very confidently and goes, "I don't know why you let me out of the house in these shoes again." Oh, God. All right.
Let Let's go to Zanny. What's your reaction, your thoughts? What are you doing as you guys are about to start making this trip back to Jeddah? Yeah.
Wait, Zanny, I think you might be on mute.
No, or
I can hear.
Oh, you
I
can?
heard.
No,
Yeah,
no,
I
I meant
heard.
on the stream.
Oh, on the stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, double check that. Zanny, we do want to our viewers to be able to hear you. So, but yeah, for those who didn't hear, Zanny helped Zanny helped Alice kind of figure out north, and then Zanny helped what is taking out the carpet of flying out of her bag.
Hi,
Excuse me.
stream.
High
I'm
stream.
sure you
There
can
we go.
hear me now. Yes.
Great. All right, let's go to Chance. Chance, I saw you said that you have a question. What's your question?
Yes. So when we teleported, uh, there's five of us. Anybody else come with us?
I'd say Revenus, but then he has to leave.
Oh yeah, he was the teleporter.
Yeah. So he was there,
And
but he has other business he has to take care of. So he's about to
so,
leave.
so it's him plus 8 people. So can we take 3 of the animals?
Yep, you could.
And is Orange coming, or did Orange stay behind?
That's a good question. So let me talk logistics for a moment for the group. Do you, because here's the thing, the carpet can only handle up to 800 pounds. So if it's going to be the five of you, that can work with the carpet. It'll be a tight squeeze, but the carpet can carry all five of you without a problem. If you bring animals, or if you bring or Big Orange is a gnome, she's not that big, so it would again be even tighter of a squeeze with 6 people on the carpet. It's doable, but if you bring animals, you guys are going to rely on those animals exclusively than the
I mean,
carpet.
some people can still be on the carpet. I meant so that some of us could be riding the animals while other people were on the carpet, because it only holds 800 pounds and we're together like 800 pounds.
Okay. So, and yeah, if that's the case, you guys could bring a few of the animals with the Big Orange. I'd say
Yeah,
Big Orange would want to be.
a thought on that. Where, depending on where we're going next, how are we going to get the animals there?
Also a good question. Because
I mean,
Or are we going to leave the animals in Jeddah?
well, we're only bringing 2 of them if we're bringing Big Orange. So, and B, yes, we can leave them in Jeddah. And if we decide to make a door in Jeddah, they can go through the door and meet us wherever we're going, or we can ride them if we're riding to Tamashq, or
Okay.
that way it gives us more flexibility.
great.
Also, that's 2 of the 5 animals that we don't have to walk up Alice's stairs.
That is true.
And if carrying capacity is a problem, I can take floating disc, and that just, I mean, we're going to be slowing down to the point of going 30 feet on the carpet, and the floating disc can go that fast anyway, if it's just following me. So that's not 500 pounds.
How long's the distance you said?
4 hours walking.
Okay.
So if you're the carpet goes at a walking speed because the carpet's the biggest one. It's 30 feet. Or sorry, 30 feet per second. Or per round. But yeah, so you guys can bring the 2 animals. I might recommend Humphrey and Sandra just because of the terrain. But is that the decision the group makes?
That's fine.
That works.
All right. And of course, Big Orange is there because Big Red is there. And she wants to also be following him around in order to train with him. The legend in the making. Great. All right. Anything from Chance else that she's doing in anticipation for this trip? Or this hike, I should say, or travel?
Not at the moment.
Okay. So if you're riding one of the camels, who else is riding a camel? Lance, are you riding a camel?
I mean, also they can hold multiple people, so it's not just one. For the
I
camel?
guess so.
Okay. I'll say Big Red will take a camel as well. So that way it's just Alice and Zanny who are riding the carpet.
And orange.
Orange will be with Big Red riding a camel.
Okay.
Let's see. And who all wants to be in the mind link stuff?
All of us.
I'm probably going to be flying about 50 feet above, just to get a higher vantage point ahead of us.
You're gonna be flying off of the carpet?
No. Like I'll be flying the carpet about 40, 50, about 50 feet above ground.
Okay, gotcha.
Just so I've got a higher vantage point to
Gotcha.
play lookout without going ahead. I can just go up.
Perfect. I'm just adding the camels to the next part. Okay, cool. All right. On that note, let's continue on and go to Lance. Is there anything, Lance, you're doing before you left or right now as you're preparing the trip back to Jeddah?
Nope. Lance is just ready to go.
All right. Big Red is hyping up Big Orange and talking about asking questions like if she's been here before. She says no, but she's still excited nevertheless. And this was her first teleportation, so she's impressed. She also calls Ravenous Big Green for a moment, and we'll see if that sticks. But with that being said, you guys can start the travel back to Jeddah. I'm gonna ask Alice, since you rolled the highest, roll me a D100.
After last time?
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
we turned it around from that one last week.
Yeah. All right. So, as you guys are traveling, making good headway, you left at noon. You're expected to arrive in Jeddah at around 4. Alice, is there anything you're doing as you're traveling? Any conversations you want to have with anyone? Any other things you want to do while traveling aboard the carpet with Zanny?
Nothing terribly important. Except hold on, let me read something really, really quickly. I apologize.
Mm-hmm.
This, and it's oh look, ship. One more thing. Darn. Big orange on the carpet, or is she on a camel?
Big oranges with big red on a camel.
Darn. All right. Well, never mind. I was gonna see if we could have a nice little hour of seancey time, but I don't have three of us on the carpet, so it's okay. Alice is just gonna vibe.
Okay. Vibe as the desert is passing by. Great. Zanny.
We established earlier that the carpet is a sentient creature. Could they count for a seance? That they are, in
Let me
fact,
read.
awakened, so they are a creature.
I'll say yeah.
It just says. I'm reading it to make sure. It just says creatures.
If it says creatures, I'm gonna say no, because the carpet is technically an item.
Okay, yeah, it just says it says I can with a number of willing creatures equal to my proficiency bonus, including myself.
Roll a d100.
Ay, Dios mío. Okay.
Ay, Dios mío.
Do you need Sheldon?
No, the two is you
The
needed
two
higher
is
than 50. You needed a 51 or higher.
I thought you were gonna say I needed higher than like a 3. I needed to not roll a 2 is what I heard. It's okay.
Basically.
The seance was not very important. I have to redo it every day anyway. I just haven't done it in a while. Also, that's poetic, 94 and 2.
Yeah, 96.
Yeah, checks out.
All right. Zanny, is there anything you're doing as you guys are traveling for the next like 4-ish hours back to Jeddah?
I think Zanny is actually just kind of quiet, like comparatively. Like especially for just being her and Alice on the carpet. Alice probably knows she's quieter than usual, and she's I think the only thing different that she noticed there's this and everybody else is that Zanny's got her new gun running around. She doesn't have Dreammaker out. She's actually got this gun with like this barrel that like actually radiates light.
Yep. Really cool. And yeah, it's definitely a glowing object or shining object,
yeah.
I should say.
And she's kind of just posted up at the edge of the carpet, like, and she's just looking out over the horizon.
Great. All right, Chance. Is there any conversations you're having, anything you're doing as you are traveling for the next 4 hours?
I don't know. I mean, I might chat with Lance, if we're on the same camel.
Yep.
But I don't know. She just cast a long strider and just doing her best to be there ASAP.
All right. Great. And Lance, is there anything Lance is doing for the next 4 hours as he's traveling?
Lance is looking for bones,
Okay.
and he's gonna have Sheldon fly around and look for bones.
Roll a survival check for Sheldon.
Sheldon's an owl right now.
Correct.
That sounds pretty owlish. So it's a 4.
Okay. He brings you back the leg of something. It looks like the leg of a lizard.
Sheldon, this thanks, buddy. Thanks, appreciate that.
Yeah.
Very, very helpful.
Not many. Slim pickings, apparently, or Sheldon wasn't really trying. All right. The group travels for several hours. Uh, Zanny, you're trying to be lookout a little bit. Roll me a perception check because you're higher up and keeping an eye on things a bit more than the others. 14. Okay, that's okay. Everything looks normal, and as the group continues moving forward across the desert sands, uh, nothing seems amiss. However, at about the 2 hour or 2.5 hour marker, while crossing the desert, and just to double check, does everyone see the new map?
Yep.
Yes.
There's an explosion in the sands. And I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw, please. All right. Let me roll for Erlon. Zanny with the nat 20. There we go. And let's roll for Big Orange. That's she's a plus. Okay. So everyone but Lance and Zanny, you are blinded by the sands. And you hear a mocking laughter for a moment before Zanny and, well, actually, also the camels. Can you both roll the or Chance? Can you roll a camel con save twice, please?
You look up a camel.
I'm pulling up the camel stats right now as well. Okay, looks like they have a +2, so just roll a d20 +2 twice.
It looks like they have a +5 to con.
Huh. I'm looking at the camel stats on D&D Beyond, and it says +2.
Did that? No, that just shows the picture. I don't want the picture of it.
Are you using the
Camel.
2014 or 2024 stats?
Doesn't specify.
Because I'm looking at the 2014 stats, and yeah, it says they're not proficient in con saves. It's just a +2.
Okay, that's weird. Why would they be so drastically different?
I don't know. I do not like 5E or the 60 or whatever the 2024 remake. I'm like, no. So
That's wild.
okay. So good news. Sandra is not blinded, but Humphrey is. And it makes sense because Big Red and Big Orange are blinded. But with that being said, the out of the sands comes a swirling genie of sorts with sands curling up to form a humanoid figure and two sand elementals swirling with the dunes. Who here speaks primordial? I know Lance, you do.
Probably just me.
I think
I
it's
think
just
I'm the only
Lance.
one that does.
So you hear Lance in primordial. Everyone else hears some like a very primordial speech being done. Not sure really what it says, but Lance, you hear the genie laugh and be like, "Ah, great adventures with magical items. You'll make a fine addition to my collection as slaves." And with that being said, everyone roll initiative, please.
DM permission to. I clicked my token, but apparently I didn't roll.
Say it
I was gonna say permission to update my max health on my token. It's 50 too low.
Okay. Let's add you to the initiative. And you are 8. Okay. And then let's go with let me roll for Big Red. Big Red with the 18, great. And then Big Orange. All right. Let's put this into descending order. Okay. Lance, you are up first. What are you doing? You're not blind, so you have your full array of capabilities.
Does he look like an Earth, like a Deo, or like a sand genie?
He looks like a sand genie, specifically.
Hmm.
Even his flesh is, even though it looks like black skin, it looks if when in finer inspection, like it is black sand being formed or compressed, I should say, into skin, into looking like skin and flesh.
Lance is just gonna start running his mouth in Primordial and be like, "Sir, we are not gonna be your slaves. You can leave or you can die. Your choice." And Lance is not gonna give him a chance to respond and is going to cast Fireball at 4th level, hitting. I should be able to hit all of them, right?
You kind of can.
Perfect.
You're like, I'm not even gonna wait for him to respond. I'm just gonna fireball.
Lance
Hey.
is saying, "Go away."
I will point out, Lance was very like high and mighty. Oh, fireball, oh, just pathetic. And then now ever since he got it, fireball, fireball. I think he's gotten on the train that he actually likes fireball now. All right, let's go to rolls. So the
And he'll center it so it hits them, but not us.
yep, and that's fine.
Obviously.
I was just double checking to see if it has any magic resistance. It does not. So these are straight rolls. So let's roll a dexterity check or dexterity save. That's a dirty 20, so that's a pass. Let's go to the sand elementals. Okay, let's roll for them. All right, one saves, one fails. So that is 30 damage to this one on the right, takes the full 30.
Okay.
The others take half, so both the genie and the elemental take 15.
Bonus action, toss the bag of bones behind. In front of us.
All right.
Right in front of this camel. Yeah, right there.
There we go.
And that's their action, their movement,
Their
everything
turn.
to get out for this turn. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Chance, you are blind until the end of your turn, then you could make another con save. But what are you doing?
She doesn't. There's not a whole lot, but she is going to. She knows where the like whoosh of light came, so she's gonna cast a little fairy fire hair.
Okay. You're to cast Fairy Fire. I don't think Fairy Fire you need to see where in order to cast. You just
No, I just have to. I'll choose an area. So
exactly.
presumably, like I have to have an idea of where they are.
Yeah,
But
not a problem. All right, let's roll dexterity saves. What's your spell save?
18.
Okay. The genie passes, the elemental fails. This guy sucks. He loses the fireball, and now he's glowing. What color is your fairy fire, Chance?
That teal color.
Teal color, blue. Okay. All right. Anything for bonus action?
Not at the moment.
Okay. End of your turn, make a con save, please. But that 20, yeah, you are no longer blinded.
I was gonna say if I didn't pass, I can't pass.
Yeah. Fair. It took me a second because I was looking at something else, but yeah, with the nat 20 and a 22, yeah, you clear out the sand out of your eyes. All right, Erlon is blind, and on top of actually before anything, Zanny, what's your dex modifier?
2.
Okay, so yeah, Erlon goes first because he's a +3. Erlon cannot see, and he's on top of a blind camel. Let me see if he's gonna just jump blindly in a direction to attack, or if he's gonna just hang back. So 10 or lower, he's just gonna jump. 11 or higher, he's gonna stay on the camel and try to get the sand off his eyes. Okay. He stays on the camel. He tries to just focus on taking off the sand from his eyes. At the end of his turn, let's roll a con save. 8. Still blind, Erlon. Ugh. Okay. Zanny, it is your turn. What is Zanny doing? You are not blind, so you have your full capabilities.
Yeah. That fireball went off. This is the guy that still also took that full 30 to the face too, right?
Correct. And now he's glowing bright blue.
Yeah.
Or teal. Sorry, teal.
Zanny closes her eye when all that goes over and all this happens. Like, what the fuck? Like, and then all this shit just goes down. She rolled really high initiative, and still everything has gone down. And she's like, the fuck? All right. Thanks, Chance. And she's just gonna turn the sunfire on this guy and take a shot at him with advantage.
All right, go ahead. Shoot with advantage.
You did hear Lance's clearly talking shit voice in another language.
Yeah,
but that's always that sounds like his everyday vernacular.
But thank you for reminding me, because as she aims and takes the shot, she just pops her round off, and as she does, she's yelling down at Lance, "What the fuck are they even talking about?" And doesn't wait for an answer.
All right, 28 hits, absolutely. Roll damage.
So they're not undead. Total. No, they're not undead. So it's 25.
25. Add your. Oh, there's your sneak. Okay, yeah. I was just gonna say. So solid blam, and it has a massive hole. It's slowly refilling. Anything else you're doing, Zanny?
After I pop a shot off, what I do is I actually just turn around and I give Alice the help action, and I just start wiping the sand out of her face. Just come on, we gotta get her head in the game. Come on, honey.
Awesome. All right, it is now the genie's turn. Now I need to think. Who would he attack? Let me see. Lance, you did call him out, but there's a person on the carpet. Let me roll a d20. Okay. Odd, Zanny, and Alice for a reason, which I'll talk about later. Even, Chance and Lance. Okay. So, Genie, as a fun little thing, as its trait literally says, it has a hatred for all things that are flying. So it has an advantage on anything pointed towards any flying entities. That's why I said I was going to explain it. All right. Sand Genie is going to look and is going to do its Dust Devil ability on Zanny and Alice. So both of you make strength saving throws. All right. Alice, Zanny with 3. Oh dear. Okay. Both of you are immediately with the carpet are restrained as a dust storm swirls and sand slams into you, forming into this dust pillar of sand that is restraining, slamming you both together. You both take 17 damage and are restrained. The genie is then going to teleport directly there and unleash a volley of scimitar attacks with advantage because you both are restrained. And let's just make note that you are restrained. All right. First scimitar attack. This one's going to be at Zanny. And then this next one will be at Alice. So Zanny, that's a 25 to hit. You take 18 slashing and necrotic damage.
I will need the necrotic separately because I am resistant to it.
That is correct. So 9 slashing, 9 necrotic. So that would be 5 necrotic instead. And then Alice, you are 19 total because I don't think you have resistance to necrotic damage.
No.
And yes, you are wrenched.
I'm wrenched. I really hate that all my spells say that you can see.
Yeah. But yeah, you're blind. You feel Zanny starting to like try to help wipe the sand, and then you're slammed in a sand dust devil, and then someone slashing your back.
Yep. It's
So,
kind of toxic, hellish rebuke you have to see.
Yep. And also it regenerates at the beginning of its turn, so there we go. All right. And on that note, that is its turn. It is now the sand elemental's turns. One is going to go 1, 2, and is going to attack. Let's see. It's going to do its. Let me just read what it can do. All right. It's going to do its Haboob attack. It's going to spin and slam into both Lance and Chance. So Lance and Chance both make a strength saving throw, please.
What did you call its attack?
Haboob. All right. Both of you save, so you both are not pulled and restrained inside of its body, and you only take half damage. So let's roll the damage. You only take 10 slamming damage, bludgeoning damage from it. And let me just double check. Okay. And that will do it. So that's that one. This one will go as it's Chance, roll a Constitution saving throw for concentration as well.
Oh, sure.
You just need a 10.
Oh, I didn't get it.
All right, you are no longer concentrating. This one's gonna go and start attacking the Xano to start. He is going to also do his spinning Haboob attack. So roll strength saving throws for Nima and Xano, Lance. All right. Nima succeeds. Xano is caught off guard.
Is Xano have a normal stat block?
Yes.
Okay.
So he is sucked in. They let me roll the damage from that attack.
Or does Xano use the bugbear stat block or regular skeleton stat block?
Regular skeleton stat block for it.
Okay.
Okay, so Nima is going to take 8 bludgeoning damage. Xano is going to take 15. And then because he is engulfed, he is going to now use an ability, its engulf ability, to crush him further, since he is automatically inside of him. And wait. Well, target is blinded, restrained. Let's see. Well, that'll be at the start of its turn. Sorry. Okay, that'll be it. So Nima had -8, and Xano -15.
I already took him off.
Okay, cool. All right, that is the Sand Elemental's turns. Big Orange. Big Orange, let me roll a D. She's blind as well. Let me roll a D20 if she's just going to jump into the middle of things or just stay put. Yeah, she's just going to jump. Let me roll a D4 for direction, or a D8, I'll say. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She jumps backwards. And pulls out her sword and swinging at the sand. Not very effectively. All right, Alice, it is your turn. Well, before that, let me roll con save for Big Orange. All right, she is at least no longer blind at the end of her turn. All right, Alice, it is your turn.
I would like to cast Dissonant Whispers on this man that has me in a stranglehold because I don't have to see him, he only has to hear me. So Alice is literally shrieking like a banshee right now. Respectfully. But yeah, she's gonna just a garbled nonsense of sounds that just doesn't sound good. So I'm gonna cast it at 3rd level.
All right, and that's a wisdom save, correct?
Yes. Yes.
All right, that is a 10. So
That is 25 total damage. And he has to use his reaction to get as far away from me as possible.
all right, he will move 30 feet. And there we go.
Yes. For my bonus action, I would like to not be blind anymore.
I don't think you have to do a save.
No, I know. I am going to give myself a story.
All right, a story.
Go fight, win, team. A 4. That is the one I wanted, actually. It's called action.
Call to action. Awesome.
Yeah. So I'm gonna hold on to that, but it's good. That's the one I wanted.
Great. All right, end of your turn. Con save.
I think with my +8, I'd be good at these.
Yeah, you are no longer blind. You are still restrained, but no longer blind.
Perfect.
All right, top of the round. Lance, what are you doing?
He's not considered fleshy, is he?
No, he's sand.
That's unfortunate.
Hey, if you capture some of him, you'll literally have black sand. Get last name.
Oh, I know.
I was just like, boo.
Well, Lance needs Xano back before he gets crushed, but he also has this other one to deal with. Is the one technically holding Xano right now?
Yeah, it's inside of him right now. inside of the sand elemental.
So he's technically being carried.
Yes.
Boo.
He's also technically restrained.
Yeah. So if I banish him, Xano goes with him because Xano's technically an animated object.
Technically animated object, but he's also a creature.
So would he go with?
You could find out.
I don't want to find out.
Roll a Arcana check. He is technically more creature than object.
Okay. All right. Well, this one that's next to us, Lance is just gonna touch it and say, "You go away now," and it needs to make a dex save.
Ooh, cursed light.
Lance is making a sand missile.
That's a 16. That's a fail.
Lance is just like, "You go away now." Just, yeah.
Okay.
And he's gonna say, "Bonus action, everybody get Xano out now," because thanks to Chance and crew, everybody has magic weapons now.
All right. Wait, say
Uh,
that again.
all the skeletons have magic weapons now.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. That's actually about 6. 6. 6. 6. All right. So Lawrence has a hand axe.
All
Does
right.
21 hit?
21 hits. Roll damage. 5
5.
slashing.
Okay. Ike has a short sword.
Short sword. Magic short sword. 21 hits. Roll damage. 13. Nice. All right.
Gordy has a short sword. 16 hit?
16 just barely hits. Roll damage.
11.
11. Nice.
I think Zara does not have. So
And
hers
she rolls
is,
straight instead of advantage, so go ahead.
but she still hits with 18, so 10.
10. Nice. And then Nima.
Also has a magic short sword. Or 23.
23 hits. Roll damage. 8. Awesome. Now, Xano, I need Xano to make a con save, because this is going to determine if he's going to be able to have a turn or not. 22. Okay, let me just look. Half is 4, 7. Okay, so right as Xano's turning about to stab, he gets crushed because he takes half the damage, which is 7.
Lame. I assume he's crushed. Crushed means no more bones.
No, it's still like the bones are broken, like the joint, the magic keeping them, because this is non-magical crushing damage.
Gotcha.
But the sand elemental is barely standing with 1 hit point. Literally. All right. So that's that one. And yeah. Chance, it is your turn.
Okay, so the one that's next to us is the one that's going to be flying away.
Yeah, Lance would have said that. He's like, "You fly away."
Okay. And how does that Why is this guy running away?
Uh, Alice scared him because she
Okay.
screamed. Her scream is scary.
Okay. Okay.
He will be coming back.
So the guy in the middle of the skeletons is looking sad.
If you sneeze at him, he'll die.
That's pretty much what I'm gonna do.
Chill.
Give it up.
Is that give up? Okay, let's roll a wisdom save.
Did you viciously mock him to death?
Yes.
Yeah, 11. Just gives up and just dies. And the sand elemental disintegrates. Anything else for your chance?
That she's just gonna I mean, she doesn't give commands to the skeletons that they'll do, but she'll just be like, all right, now you guys can deal with that guy.
All right.
And she'll give she'll give, wait, how far away are they? I guess she'll give Zara bardic inspiration.
All right. What do you say to Zara?
Go get that guy.
Perfect. All right. Erlon is still blind. He can't really do anything. Let me roll his con save to see if at the end of his turn he is fine. 14. Damn it. Erlon is just gonna jump at the end of his right before. And goes running into like between Sandra and Humphrey. All right. Zanny, you are up. Well, you are still restrained, but you are not blind. Anything that Zanny is doing.
I have a question about the restraining. Is it like to the area, or is it like what I'm asking is if we teleport somehow, will we be able to break this restraint?
Yes. You are basically caught in a dust devil of sand that is like compacting you in place. If you teleport, you're outside of that compacted sand.
All right. Then I'm gonna cast Dimension Door for my action.
Okay. And you're taking Alice?
And I will take Alice. And the
carpet will remain trapped in the sand.
That's
That's fine.
It an object?
It's
Because I get to take objects.
technically awakened. We technically said it was awakened, and that it would count for sapience. So I'm going to say that it would not count for dimension door purposes.
Hey,
you can't have it both ways.
No, DM, I have
we
a
didn't
question.
get it either
You
way.
did call him an object earlier. You said he's not a creature, he's an object.
You said earlier he was an object and didn't count as a creature. That was just 10 minutes ago you said that.
Wait.
Because you just said he couldn't be used for the seance, but now he can't be teleported.
So he was an awakened object.
But wait, I thought I did say that he was allowed.
No, you said he was not.
Because we rolled and you said he wasn't.
You said he's an awakened object, so he doesn't count.
Okay, you're right. I thought the roll was a yes. You're correct. So if it's a no, it wasn't allowed for seance, then I'll allow it. Then yes. Sorry, my brain. I have a fever. Be nice to me.
I am being nice. I just want my carpet.
Okay, it is an object. You can escape with it. Yes.
Okay.
He just wants to go to a whole new world. Okay.
I do. I want to take a whole new world. You know, just
I am
like 20
drugged
feet
up
away
on
from here.
Tylenol, ibuprofen, and Dayquil, and coffee. Forgive me.
Oh, you're fine. I'm being silly. I'm gonna use one of my psychic points so I don't have to have verbal or somatic components. And
you are able to teleport with all three of them, with you, Alice, and the carpet out of that dust devil. Where are you teleporting? Just like move. You should have also control over the carpet as well.
I will. I'll actually just bring us down to like 10 feet above the ground, over by Big Orange.
All right. Well, cool.
Give her some
So
give her some cover, but stay out of her arm's reach so that she doesn't accidentally smack us.
Yeah. Great. So that's your action. Anything for bonus?
Is this one? No, that's a leveled spell as well. So I think, yeah, weirdly, I don't really have much that I can do with my bonus action if I've already cast a spell.
Okay.
So yeah, no bonus action actually. I mean, I can. Haha. No, that's silly. I'll just take dodge action and oh, I got a couple of movement left. I have movement. I'll hop off the carpet if I can clip myself and not everything else.
Yeah, the dimension door didn't count for any of your movement, so
Yeah.
you're able to jump, and you still have your full movement.
I'll get over here, and then bonus action I'll take the dodge action in case it comes, like running back at me.
Okay. And if your turn, that's exactly what it's gonna do. But it's gonna do instead its Dust Devil ability, because it could do that as many times as it wants. And it will do it on you and Alice and the carpet again. So I need both of you to make strength saving throws, please. It hates anything that's flying. It literally is in its description.
I'd like to add my talisman to that.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm not sure it's gonna help. Now it's a 16.
Yeah, that's a fail, unfortunately. So you both are trapped again in the Dust Devil. And Zanny, roll for me just a d20 plus 2 for the carpet, just to see if the carpet's restrained as well. Because technically, it's like half of it's out. So DC 17. All right. Genie's gonna now teleport directly to you guys. And you are restrained, so it has advantage, and it's gonna use its 2 scimitar attacks. One on you, Zanny. That's a natural 20.
I'm immune to critical hits.
You are immune to critical hits, so that does nothing. So it's just a normal 13 slashing and 11 reduced to 6 for the necrotic. So 13 plus 6, 19 damage to you. And then on Alice, that's a 28 to hit. That is 16 slashing, or 16 slashing and 5 necrotic. And that is its turn. Sand Elemental goes up 30 feet up in the air at the beginning of its turn. Unable to do anything on its turn.
It goes up 60 feet.
60 feet. Thank you for that. 60 feet. Okay. Unable to do anything.
Bye.
Big Orange. She's like, let me at him. And she's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 10, 15. And she's going to start attacking with advantage. And she gets 2 attacks per turn. So this is 1, 2. 15's a miss. 21's a hit. She's going to action surge. 25. So that's the first one. 25. And 18. So she hits 3 times. For 13, 5, and 7. So that's 25 points of damage. All right. Good turn from Big Orange. Alice, you are up, and you are restrained.
Yeah, so again, if we teleport out of here, we're no longer restrained?
Correct.
And can I see?
Yes.
Okay. Alice is just going to yell at Jenny over the absolute din of this sandstorm. thing.
Dust Devil that's holding
Dust Devil. Yes, that. And she's going to say, I'm going to run now. You can too. And you can use your reaction immediately to teleport 30 feet wherever you possibly want to. I'm going this direction.
you. All right. You are no longer restrained.
It's effectively Misty Step.
Zanny, are you going to teleport?
Oh yeah.
Okay. You are no longer restrained.
Oh. I will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There. I'll go
Excuse
back
me.
on the carpet. I'm not leaving my carpet.
You're like, no, I'm not leaving my carpet.
I am leaving the carpet and I'm going to heal myself.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4. What does that add up to? 4, 6,
10,
11.
11.
Oh, I give myself 11 little bit of healing.
Yep.
Nice. All right. That I still have movement, don't I, since I teleported?
You do.
Okay, I'm gonna back it up a little bit more to like
Back
right.
it up. Back it up. Back it up.
Just like right here. I'd like to be able to reach people, but also I'm in the middle of a desert, so it's not like there's much to hide behind. All right, that is my turn.
Yeah, you're
I'm just-
running and kicking up the sand as you're running.
I'm the Dust Devil now.
All right, round 3. Lance, what you doing?
Where's the Dust Devil? Like, it's right here.
It was technically. Let me get the. Um,
It's like right here,
it
right?
was centered right here, and it was like spinning to get any creature within 5 feet of it. So it's technically right here.
If I enter it, would I become restrained too?
Yes.
Perfect.
Is he immune to it? Because he's in it.
Yeah, he's immune to his own thing. It's made out of sand, and he can move through sand freely.
Perfect. Make your box go away. I'm gonna Misty Step into it right here.
Okay.
Mm.
So you're gonna automatically take. Let me roll for it. And you're willingly failing this, so you will take 23 damage.
Okay. And then I'm gonna use a subtle spell, since that was just a cantrip.
Misty Step is a spell.
Yes. Oh. Actually, hold on. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I can do that because I can still take a second spell because this is a reaction spell.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure, because
Yep.
I'm like,
No, I had it right in my head. It's a
Okay, fair.
reaction, so I can do that.
yeah, just like as you can like use shield as a reaction in your same turn. It's allowed. Yep.
Right. Actually, yes, I'm gonna subtle spell. So, and then at 5th level, use my reaction to do Krail's Rapture on him since I am within 5 feet of him.
Okay.
And he must make a con save as I force myself through his body and pop out 10 feet on the other side of him.
Okay.
Pushing 34 necrotic as I push through if he fails that con save.
Yeah, he fails that con save with a 15, so he takes 34 necrotic.
And I push out on the other side of him.
It's nice. Very teleporty. I like. Good job. That was really cool. All right. Anything else for you, Lance? You still have your action.
And oh, and for my action, I will use a cantrip is the third part I was thinking. And I will cast. He needs to make a charisma save now, as I cast Drayfin's Bane of Excellence on him.
And he saves with a 23.
Yeah, okay. I figured has a high charisma.
Yep. Yeah, that was a +9.
I figured it was worth a shot, though.
Yep.
All right, that's it.
Cool. All right. Chance, you're up.
Okay. Did any of the skeletons aside from Xano get hurt?
I'm sorry, say it one more time.
Did any of the skeletons aside from Xano get hurt?
No.
Nima did.
Did it? Oh yeah, Nima. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna do a mass healing word for all of 7, but get Alice, get Zanny, get Nima, and get Lance.
Okay.
I think that's every. I don't think
Yep.
anybody else has been hurt.
And yourself. So.
Oh yeah, I guess I was also hurt. So yeah, sure.
All right. You're like, I'll heal everyone but me. No.
Oh, I didn't get hit that much, so I was like, oh no, I forgot about that. I did get hit at one point.
Yeah. All right. So everyone gets back 7. So great. Anything for bonus?
No, not at the moment.
Okay. Erlon. He is going to run where he heard the fighting. And I'll say that he's just going to get over there. And let's do con save for him to see if he finally is able to get the sand out of his eye. Finally, he is able to do it. The end of his turn. All right. Zanny, you're up.
This fella is on my nerves. She's wiping all the blood off of her. Now she's been cut to shit. She just looks over and, you know what? I'm tired of shit. Fuck you. Go to hell. And she casts Last Rites on him.
Okay, what does that do?
So he needs to make a wisdom save versus 40 radiant damage.
Okay, Jesus. All right, let's then say it's a wisdom. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's roll wisdom. That's a natural 20 for 27. Unless someone does something.
Son of a bitch. Oh.
Sorry, what happened?
I don't think I have a reaction.
For silvery barb, so okay. Sorry, Sandy. Yeah.
Well, they still take 20.
Still take 20. Yep. All right. 20 points of damage. So there we go. Describe the spell, what it does.
Sorry, I was marking it off. It's that you recite a prayer, you recite someone's last rites, and basically a beam of holy light just comes down from the heavens and just pops them on the head.
Trying to literally make it your last.
Yeah. Yep. Literally attempting that spell is an attempt to make it their last rites.
Yeah. Hey, that's really cool.
If you're an undead or a fiend, you also make that saving throw with disadvantage, and regardless of your success or failure, you take maximum roll.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. So you make the last rites, and yeah, it does a good damage. 20 points of damage is nothing to sneeze at. All right. Let's see. Anything else for you, Zanny?
I'm just very irritated at this man. I am just standing my ground and bonus action dodging again, and let's see if he hits me with that strength shit.
Okay, let's see what happens. Point of order for Chance. You do not have power to command the Skellies. Lance, you forgot to order your Skellies to do anything for your bonus action.
I couldn't because I used my bonus action Misty Step.
Gotcha. Okay. Just wanted to make sure because I saw some comments there for it. So just want to make sure. Okay. Cool. Then we're good on that part. Let's go then to the genie. All right. Who is he gonna attack? He can attack Zanny, who he has a grudge on. She's on the carpet.
I'm gonna call him a bitch. in
Or
Primordial.
Lance. So Lance, roll a d20. If it's odd, he's going to target you. If it's even, he's going to keep targeting Zanny. Yeah. He is going to. This is going to be funny because we're going to see what happens. But he's going to use the Dust Devil ability on you. So I need you to make a strength saving throw, please. You are trapped by it. You already used your reaction. 66. You take 13 crushing damage. He immediately moves up, teleporting to you. And since you are restrained now, he is going to attack you twice with advantage. First and second. 17. Does 17 hit with the elven chainmail that you're wearing?
Yep.
Okay, so you take. I'm gonna do this differently because it has a necrotic element. You're resistant to necrotic. Hold on one sec. Excuse me. 16 slashing, 5 necrotic. That's reduced, by the way, already. Second attack is a 24 to hit. That is 16 slashing, 5 necrotic reduced to 3. So that last one would be 19 damage.
Okay.
And that's its turn. Other sand elemental goes up another 60 feet. He's 120 feet up in the air. Big orange. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can't get flanking, but she will attack anyway. One barely hits, so that is 3. 11 slashing. Cool. All right, Alice, it is your turn.
Oh my goodness, I get to go. I am going to look one more time at the map. Sorry, I'm just using one monitor over here like a crazy person. I'm gonna Scorching Ray this guy. I don't really Scorching Ray enough things.
Yeah, you really should.
Yeah, I got
Right.
this cool ass tiara, so. Hold on, let me click it real quick. Click. Oh, that's not bad.
28 hits, doing 11 for the first. Roll your second, because I believe Scorching Ray is 3 attacks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my bad. 2.
28 hits, again, 8 damage.
Is it? It is 3 fiery rays. It won't let me roll it a third time. Let's just do that.
Yeah. 13 misses. So you
Okay.
fired 3 shots, just like an Eldritch Blast, but 2 hit, 1 misses.
1 misses. That's cool. Okay, and then for my bonus action, did it look like it hurt him? Did it look like it didn't hurt him?
Say that again?
I said,
Fire?
did it look?
It
Yeah.
hurt him. Yeah.
It hurt. Okay. I didn't know if it just went right through him or something. And then for my bonus action, I'm gonna roll another story.
All right, roll another story.
Oh, hey Hakeem.
Hey, Hakeem.
I'm gonna nudge him with my toes because my boots are technically in the spirit realm right now, so I'm going to pat him with nudge him with my toes as like a a good boy.
Depending on
I
yeah.
I can kick the shit out of my spirits these days, you guys. Nothing else. Nothing else.
All right. Lance, you're up and you are bloody to hell. If my math is right, you have 4 hit points. Is that correct?
Yep.
So what is Lance doing? You are
Winning.
restrained.
How does he look?
He looks hurt. Definitely less than half, maybe a quarter.
Perfect. First, he's going to call him a bitch again.
Lance's favorite insult, bitch.
And then he is.
He is
Thinking.
Come on, what you doing?
He is going to. He's been hovering, flying this whole time, right?
Yeah, he's kind of like flying on his own sand swirly dune thingy.
Yeah, that means he can't fly. Lance is going to. I guess I don't have any touch spells. I should probably get some of those at some point. Lance is going to Misty Step away.
Okay.
Uh,
Misty step away. That is your bonus action.
no, I need the bonus action to get the skellies over there.
Okay, might remove the wrench, put the wrench back.
Can the skellies get there? Are they close enough?
Chance, are you shouting that?
I mean, yes.
Lance knows that by now. He should.
She's like, I'll wait, what's the name of it? My brain's drawing a blank. Was it
Vortex warp.
Vortex warp,
Warpy.
thank you. She's
Spinny
like, I'll
warpy.
vortex warp you! Get out of there!
Okay. These three. Lance is gonna move the skellies first, so he can see this. These three can get here. These two cannot reach there,
But Nima does have range.
and so does. Yeah. Ike has a normal Sherpa. It's not magic, but it's something.
Mm-hmm.
And Lance is going to hit the guy with his cane.
Bonk. Okay. You drop your cane.
Actually, Lance is restrained. Lance can't hit the guy with his cane.
No, you can. You it's with disadvantage, so that's just perfect because it's automatic
Perfect.
one.
Lance picks the cane back up.
Okay, that is your reaction.
Yeah.
And
And Lance tells everybody to stab and fire.
All right, roll the attacks for your skellies.
Okay. So Lawrence has advantage from Big
With
Orange.
Big orange. Yep. 21 hits. Roll damage. 12. Nice.
Zara had something from chance.
Inspiration. But with a nat 1,
That's
that's
not going to help.
not going to help. That's an automatic drop weapon. Gordy is next.
Gordy
22 hits.
for 11.
11 piercing. Great.
Nima
18 hits. 8 piercing. Great. And Ike, 20. Your skeletons are doing really good this combat. All right, 7 more. He's looking really hurt. So, all right. With that being said, that's Lance's turn. Chance, you're up.
Yeah, I will just vortex warp Lance back on the camel next to me, and I'll be like, I just want to get fucking home. Don't die.
As he's just bleeding everywhere. It just
Look, I got you over here. I'll kill you in a minute. 6 seconds.
All right. Well, Erlon is up next. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Bonus action Misty Step over here. And Erlon's going to attack with the Legend Carver with advantage. 18 to hit. And funny enough, that's the exact amount of hit points he had left. So, being blinded the whole time, Erlon charges in a mad anger, teleports, and just decapitates or slashes the genie. The genie collapses and dissolves and disintegrates into sand. And is
Lance is standing on the back of the camel going, that's right. Fuck you. Know your place.
All right. There's still one more sand elemental hovering 120 feet above. Zanny, what are you doing?
Realizing instead, just looks over at the one that's left, then looks back to Lance, who's really fucked up, and just goes, "We're just gonna let that one float away."
Yeah, we should probably get away, and then we'll leave a glass crater here in the desert when we're done.
Speaking of which, Lance, you did get attacked 4 times. I need 4 con saves. Or sorry, 4 concentration checks.
They're all at advantage because Warcaster.
Yep. And it's still maintained. All right. So yeah, let me ask you, Zanny, are you gonna take some pot shots at it, or just rally the group and leave?
If we're gonna let it fly, I'm gonna spare my ammo, and
Okay.
I'm going to instead just knowing that it's going to within a very short amount of time crater this place, hop off, run over here, and see if I can get samples of the genie's sand.
Okay. Roll me a survival check. Natural 20.
There we go.
Jesus. You get a good amount of sand from extraplanar sand. So mark that in your inventory. Extraplanar sand.
All right. I just scoop up as much as I can in one of my
Get a
empty
huge amount.
lab things. Yeah. A huge
With a
amount.
map-
Oh yeah. That just starts going in the bag of the colding then.
Yeah. With a natural 20, it's like you have like a giant sack full of sand.
I just take the bag of colding and just scoop.
Awesome. All right. Time souping it. You guys are able to move forward, get away from the potential sand explosion. You head closer towards Jeddah within the 1-minute marker, or 10-minute marker, I should say. Lance, you stop concentrating, and you all watch as the sand elemental just comes careening down, and there's a big boosh of a sand pillar as it impacts the ground. I will say, do you guys go to investigate the area to see the size of it, or you just keep heading and keep walking to Jeddah?
I don't think I want to.
Nope. We'll read about it in the newspaper tomorrow, I'm sure.
Lance,
we're cool
roll a d20 for me, please. Yeah. Okay, cool.
It's
All
just an obsidian structure of melted sand.
I thought
Nuclear
Chance was
formed.
just like, you know that you could do that after a minute and it would still die.
Yes, but I needed to give us time to get away, and then the longer it takes us to get away, the more time we need to get away, and then it was just funny.
Right. Sure.
In the distance, you actually then start to hear the sound of the sand elemental. As apparently it survived.
Oh,
Lance,
damn.
roll an intelligence check. You think about it because this is confusing, and then you realize sand elementals can move through sand easily. So instead of it impacting, it basically was just entering its own element. Kind of like just diving into water, so to speak. But you are far away where it is not an issue anymore. And that's where we're going to start taking our break. So let's take a 15-minute break. Congrats, you guys survived the fight with the Alishma genie, the sand genie. Congrats. We'll see when we come back, you guys arriving at Jeddah, and what you guys are doing in particular for it. So 15 minutes. See you all with at that time. Take care. Welcome to Castles and Calamities. We're an American Dungeons & Dragons actual play web series, currently running 2 weekly games, one on Tuesdays and one on Thursdays. Our shows started streaming in August 2023 and have brought forward hundreds of episodes full of incredible story, memorable characters, complex NPCs, emotional role-playing, and exhilarating combat. We have lore, we have heroes, we have magic, love, and wit. So let's dive in with a little special insight video about Castles and Calamities. Join us as we tell you a bit about our journey, starting with first who we are.
We've gained and lost people along the way, but the 4 of us you hear today are 4 of those who helped create Castles and Calamities and have been here since the beginning.
Gassan.
Brian.
Tim.
And Aaron.
Over time, we've grown beyond the original 4 and currently have 9 players spread out across 2 campaigns. We are a group of friends who started playing during the pandemic. A lot of bad things happened in 2020, but one of the good things that came out of it was the popularization of online campaigns. Our first campaign together started in March of 2020 when several of the original players met through a campaign they found on a Facebook post.
After that game began to fizzle out, we wanted to continue playing together and started our own campaigns. 2 of the founding members acted as dungeon masters, with Gassan starting what would become the Silver Age and Brian starting a campaign called Singers. They're sometimes playfully referred to as Order and Chaos, respectively, because of their contrasting playstyles. The Silver Age is a direct prequel to the current Tales of Tellos Steam Age, and was a campaign that took place in a fantasy setting inspired by Renaissance Europe, full of mystery and political intrigue, as a group of adventurers journeyed across kingdoms and planes to combat an evil group called the Harbingers. Singers was actually an acronym, which is how Acronymic Adventures got its start, and stood for the Sigil Investigation and Neutralization Garrison of the Extraplanar Rangers. It was a fun and chaotic campaign that had each player play 4 different characters that traveled to different worlds to combat evil. It's not a direct tie-in to the current campaign, but is only a slight crossover reference, as the world of Heptagonia was one of the many worlds that the Singers visited.
As those campaigns came to their end, we realized we wanted to continue their stories and keep having fun together. Not only that, we wanted to bring in new players to expand our stories, and we wanted to stream them so that we could share these vivid worlds with friends, family, and anyone who loves a compelling tale. That's how the initial idea formed for Castles and Calamities, and we launched in 2023 and started streaming our 2 current campaigns, The Tales of Tellos and The Acronymic Adventures. Gassan, aka Order, runs the Tuesday series Tales of Tellos, and Brian, also known as Chaos, runs the Thursday series The Acronymic Adventures. Currently, we have weekly sessions for both campaigns streaming live on Twitch and uploaded weekly to our YouTube channel.
The Tales of Tellos is a collection of campaigns that takes place on the world of Tellos. It is a large planet with 2 moons and has an extensive history of magic, heroes, wars, and political intrigue. The current campaign is called the Steam Age, and 200 years have passed since the events of the Silver Age. The Industrial Revolution has come to the lands of Eremer, a land of harsh deserts, lush oases, and bustling cities. New innovation and technology is pushing Eremer to grander heights. But for all of Eremer's industry and magics, civil war threatens to tear apart the mystical lands of the Sultanate. Neighboring nations seek to steal her secrets, and an ancient enemy seeks to bring about the end of the world. This is a story of many stories, with heroes, criminals, and travelers helping determine the course of history. The Tales of Tellos is a campaign set in a rich world with deep, expanding lore, complex characters, and of course, lots of actions. It airs every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time or 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Acronymic Adventures is our other mainline campaign in a separate setting than Tales of Tellos. The current adventure is the Guild campaign, set in the world of Terrasol on the continent of Heptagonia, a continent shaped like a 7-pointed star with a wild creation story involving the literal tug-of-war of the continent by rival dragons. The land itself is ruled by the Adventurers Guild, and the players start in the academy that trains those with talent in an attempt to prevent accidents of unrealized potential manifesting into danger. The land has gone through many catastrophic events and is currently recovering physically, technologically, and socially, but there is always trouble brewing under the surface that sparks many an adventure for those brave or foolish enough to seek it. Guild is a campaign where chaos reigns, magic, mystery, and fortune are out there waiting to be rediscovered. Are you ready to join the grand undertakings in Land Divided? Join us Thursdays at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern.
Castles and Calamities is order, chaos, and everything in between. A group brought together by friendship, fun, and a love of storytelling. Both campaigns are expected to last several years, and hope to continue with future campaigns in the same worlds. We'll also be releasing new content, including character interviews, lore, art, game discussions, fan communities, and maybe even new campaigns in new worlds. So stay tuned.
You can tag along on our quests at Castles and Calamities, all spelled out, no spaces, on Twitch and YouTube. Or take the easy route and just click on the links in the description. We hope you feel like a member of the party, laughing, crying, and sharing in all our victories and adventures as you join us on this journey. Welcome to Castles and Calamities.
Welcome back, folks. We are back. This is session 75, and it's the second half of the show. So, the group just defeated a sand genie of sorts, as well as some sand elementals. All of you all have sand everywhere. Insert the Star Wars memes here with Anakin Skywalker hating sand. And yeah, the group is now progressing the rest of the way to Jeddah. Let's see what happens next with the story. And let's go to Alice. Alice, is there anything you are doing, saying, or thinking as in the next 2 hours as you approach Jeddah? You're on mute, by the way.
My apologies, team.
No.
No, nothing in particular. It's been a little while, so she might pull out her violin and play a little bit, just because we need free entertainment. And
Yep.
what is a bard if not free entertainment?
Fair enough. All right. Well, let's go then next to Zanny. Zanny, anything you're doing, thinking, or saying over the next 2 hours as you approach Jeddah?
Honestly, probably taking a nap.
Just the warlocks, sorry, the apothecary, just like any warlock, needs their snooze.
Yes. Like, oh, look, there's an hour of free time right here, just long enough for me to get those spell slots back.
Exactly. You just curl up next to Alice, hearing the music play, and there you go.
Yeah, just as she starts playing, I just curl up beside her and go, wake me up if something tries to kill us again. Otherwise, I'm gonna catch a few.
Yeah, that's all. I'm gonna catch it. There you go. All right. Chance, anything Chance is doing over the next 2 hours as they approach Jeddah?
No, she's just riding the camels as fast as they will go.
All right. And Lance, anything Lance is doing in the next 2 hours as they approach Jeddah?
Avoiding the lecture that he knows he's probably getting from Chance about mouthing off to planar entities and almost dying.
Normally she would, but she's honestly not concerned with you at the moment. I mean, she's concerned like you're alive and then you're just not.
She's just like, that's how focused she is. She doesn't even care about Lance's well-being. So, aw.
No, I said I was worried about his well-being, but as far as the lecture goes, she doesn't have the bandwidth for that. She just
Fair.
She's like, oh, good, you didn't die. Good enough.
Yeah. Eventually, you all reach the desert side of the city, and you just stroll right on in. What is the group? Wait, let me ask, and this is something you guys may have discussed, and you can now discuss right now if you want to. But are you guys planning on staying in like the hotel, splitting up and regrouping the next day? What is the game plan for the Crimson Peacekeepers? Because right now, as you arrive to Jeddah, it is about 4 p.m. You have a meeting with the Arif Diab Al Aziz tomorrow at noon. So, where are you all staying? Are you staying all together? And are you leaving each of you all to your own devices in the city?
I would, I think I'd like to go check in at the guild hall. If anyone else is feeling up to it.
I am. Big Red says.
You know, let them know we're not dead. We're back in town.
Yeah. I'll go get us some rooms, or anybody that wants them, at the same inn we were at last time we were here.
For Lance, so just to double check, there were 2 places you were at. There's the Marjorie Hotel. That was like the where the group originally stood at. And then there was the Drunken Stag, which was more modest, but definitely was where the group was right before they left. So which one are you aiming for?
The Stag.
Okay. Great.
you all know what I'm doing. Do we want to meet up at some point?
Yeah, we'll need to meet up, tomorrow morning?
Let's make sure we all meet by 11 so we can head to the meeting together.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Does that work for everybody?
Right. Meet where? At the stack or someplace
At
else?
the Drunken Stag.
All right.
Yeah, we'll just meet at the stag.
I'll get rooms for everybody. If you don't use them, you don't use them. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's the stag.
I'm not staying there.
Well, you'll have a room in case you need it for anything.
Okay. Thank you, Lance.
And it'll keep a distraction if anybody's looking for us. Or for you, chance that you're... keep the appearance that you're still staying there.
I mean, I'm pretty sure if somebody's looking for me in Jeddah, my family is already kidnapped.
Well, either way.
All right. And yeah, for just to double check, how's everyone HP wise after everything? Because I saw Zanny asked that question as well.
Well, presumably that was a short rest or two.
Yeah, I'd say it would be a short rest. So if anyone wants to roll hit die, they would also be able to do so. Also with healing 18. And Lance, you're rolling hit die right now, right?
Yeah, he rolled 7 and healed 34, so I'm 52 out of 72, which is fine.
Okay. So to answer your question, Zanny, before the group potentially like splits up, looks like everyone's at like 3/4 fullish.
Does anybody need to be whacked with a stick? For
I'm
arcane
alright.
recovery.
I got a nap on the way over.
I mean,
Alice, you would know that he heals with arcane recovery. I saw that face like, what? You know that he can...
No, I was reading my spells because I couldn't
Okay.
remember which one I used. That was a personal confusion.
Okay, gotcha. I was like, wait, are you confused about this? It's been expressed a few times, so...
Lance has literally hit you on the head with a stick before, so
Yep.
Yes.
he Rafiki styles. If anybody needs it, I have one use of it, so I can smack somebody on the head with a stick. So
Okay.
I mean, I'll take it.
Okay.
I don't want to be smacked on the head with a stick.
Too bad. That's part of the charm from Lance.
That's
Lance
charm.
does the shave and a haircut with your horns again.
Why is that part of the... Why do you have to do that?
Just part of the ritual.
Okay.
Yeah, well, she does 2 bits on your, like, smack across the face.
Lance just looks at Danny and goes, "That's also part of the ritual."
Oh,
So, asphyxiation and slaps for Lance.
Lance just goes, "Da da 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 da." Jason goes, "Pop pop," and Lance just looks at Zadie, just kind of smiles.
I think I'm starting to get this.
All right. So the group splits up, going their separate ways for the moment as they traverse Jeddah to do whatever they want to do in the city that they first started in. So let's go through the scenes. Alice, what is Alice doing for the rest of the day in Jeddah?
She's gonna go with Zanny back to the guild hall. Yes, it's been a while since she's been here, and she's quite tired from the journey, so she's kind of just following along for right now.
All right. Big Red is accompanying you because he has to also go to the guild hall as well. For Skender's guild. Zanny, any conversation you want to have with Alice on the way to Skender's guild?
I wonder if they're starting to freak out about whether or not we're ever coming back.
I thought we made it abundantly clear that we're like smoke. We just disappear randomly and then come back again at our whims.
Yeah, no, I know how some of these mercenary companies operate. I'm just wondering if they've taken bets on whether we're dead or not.
Well, I hope we disappoint people then. Honestly, I want to walk in and I want to see like 5 different faces just go, oh,
Yeah, I want to see
because they
everybody
lost
be
a lot of money.
just absolutely just distraught. Just oh no, I lost. Oh, by the way, do y'all got any places up here that does like magic ink?
DM, would I know that?
I should be more specific.
Roll,
Tattoos.
roll a history check.
Tattoos, Zanny, you're going to put something permanent on your body.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you've known, and you've passed it a few times in the uh, in the Ambrosia Bazaar. There is right next to the Drunken Stag, literally right next to the Drunken Stag, is the Tortoise, which is a tattoo place, the tattoo parlor where they focus on magical tattooing.
Sunny, you really like that's a permanent feature on your body.
Yeah.
Okay, are you going to get something like small and tasteful?
I was thinking of a full phoenix on my back.
Sunny, that means you must be shirtless in the company of other people so they could tattoo that on your bare skin.
Right. And that's how tattoo parlors work. You have to show them the part that you want them to stick the needles in.
I'm curious because I want to come with you, but I also don't want to be scandalized.
Oh, do you wanna come watch?
I kind of do. I'm very curious, especially because they're magical. Like, I've seen non-magical tattoos. They're odd, but I've never seen, what they do to put the magic in there.
Okay. Well, I tell you what. After we're done with the guild hall, why don't we go swing by the tortoise over by the stack then, and just maybe I'll see if I can get an appointment. Hell, if they take me tonight, I'll just do it.
Okay. Oh, yes. Of course. I'm judging you like a 2012 white Christian mom right now, by the way. Your body is
Perfect.
a temple, Zanny.
To which one?
Suck off of the 2012 Jim Mom. Oh dear. All right.
With the 16, I have to label which one I'm connected to.
Cool. With that being said, you guys reach the Skender's Guild. They are not surprised to see you guys alive. They're surprised more to see that you're back in Jeddah, because they have been following, kind of hearing about the different guilds and the different situation evolving in the central regions. Kind of like, important to keep tabs on that. So they know you've been alive and active in Timoshk and Zarek, but then now suddenly you're back in Jeddah. So they are surprised in that aspect.
And I'm a little cagey on details. I do let them know that we're back in town because we're taking a meeting. I am not fully specific as to who unless they press me.
And Big Red is very open about it all for it. I won't speak for Big Red, but his bravado, I would imagine very much like, oh yeah, we did this, we did that, and now we're coming back to talk to the Arif and blah blah blah.
Oh yeah. I that's a very Big Red thing to do. As soon as he like 3 seconds in, hey, guess what? We're seeing the Arif.
Yeah. Is there anything particular you're focusing on in with the guild that you want to try to find out about, or just to do simple check-in?
Check-in and just kind of looking at job postings, like, not that I'm gonna commit to anything, but just looking to see what they might have available in town.
Yeah. There are a few quests that could be done in town, but more of them are in the surrounding area. Especially, you find out that because of how things are escalating with the Civil War, a lot of the defenses are being pulled back in and focusing on the borders. So making sure that there's no issues with any potential espionage situations inside the city. With that being said, there is a lot more. Even though they crushed the Vipers, there are other gangs that are starting to try to take over. So there are gang-related quests that you can do. but a lot of the quests that they're more concerned about is in the surrounding deserts. And you can imagine just like seeing that sand genie that you just dealt with, that is becoming a bigger threat.
Yeah.
The more the resources need to be diverted to the Civil War.
While they're talking about that, Zanny will let them know about the genie that we crossed paths with on our way, and just like let them know that that's been dealt with, and if anybody brings that up, that one might have been already handled.
All right. Roll me a D100.
That one I am specific about. Like we were attacked by 3. We took out 2 of them, and one of them is still presumed alive.
Yeah. All right. They are grateful for that. There was no bounty, unfortunately, because you rolled the D100. There was no bounty on that genie specifically. Excuse me. But yeah, there are definitely some jobs that you can take potentially in the next few days. Big Red definitely wants to take some jobs, depending on how things go with the reef tomorrow.
Okay, I'll definitely go ahead and you don't have to tell me exactly what everything is. I'm gonna collect the info and take it back to Lance because I know that he'll be interested in working in the area too.
Yep. And for you, Lance, just FYI, I'm gonna be working on the bounties for Jeddah, so that way you can, everyone will have that for any downtime in Jeddah before you guys presumably go to Tamashk. And you're on mute, but I think I saw it. Got it.
That's where Lance is going as soon as he's done here, as he's walking over to the constabulary. So
Great. With that being said, Zanny, you get all that information. You head. That I'd say that would take like maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours, just like the walking from Desert Side to Rose Throne Burrow, and then from there the talking. Afterwards, you head to the Ambrosia Bazaar to get your tattoo. Zanny, you're going with just at the moment Alice, because Big Red stays at Skander's Guild he just stays behind just to give you guys the privacy of whatever you guys need to do. He might decide to get a tattoo of his own, but right now, just for story's sake, it's just the two of you. Let me just double check. So you go to the tortoise. Let me just pull up the sheet for the shop. Okay. And it's loading. You arrive at the... Sorry. Why isn't this loading? All right. You arrive at the tortoise, and rather than seeing a turtlekin, you see a devilkin. It looks like this. She has tattoos on her face, as well as whenever she pulls up her sleeve, she has tattoos also on her arms and different parts of her body. She welcomes you, and you see definitely a lot of the pictures of art of different styles that she's done, as well as these special magical markings. So you're able to, for 22,000 silver, increase like your strength by +1, your dexterity by +1, con, wisdom, intelligence, charisma by +1 for 22,000 silver. Mm-hmm. You're also able to get resistances, whether it's to fire, cold, necrotic, poison, radiant, lightning, thunder, and acid for 50,000 silver. So the price of a magical item for permanent resistance, and you can get the most tattoos on you. You said though, Zanny, that you were thinking of getting a phoenix tattoo. What specifically for? Like
I'm making it out of I'm having it done out of sapphire dust for intelligence.
Sapphire for intelligence. Okay. You're just doing the one tattoo or two?
Just the one currently.
Okay.
It's going, and that's going on, and I noticed that there were also spots for that. That one's going on the back.
Yeah, because for the sapphire, for the intelligence, you have the option of your neck, your face, your forearm, your back, or your chest. So you're doing it on your back? Okay. Roll me a con save for the process.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. Do I pass out?
Yeah, this is the do you pass out
Oh,
during the.
I
Yeah,
think I
you
do,
do. As Art, that's her name, as she starts imprinting sapphire encrusted ink into your back, it stings like crazy, and especially as it's hitting your nervous system to increase your intelligence and your awareness and your acumen. You scream, you cry, and then you pass out. But when you wake up, you have a permanent increase of +1 to your intelligence. So increase your intelligence, Zanny. I believe you are now at a 23. Is that correct?
This crosses me to 24.
24. Okay. So now you have a +7 to your intelligence modifier. As that happens, what is Alice's commentary?
She's just making absolutely horrid faces. And did you say Zany passed out?
Yeah.
Oh, Alice is holding her poor little hand, just stroking it. No, darling, why did you do this to yourself? Why? But the second it's over, Alice is like, that's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen, and she's gonna whisper, did it hurt?
Is it over?
Oh, okay. Sunny,
Ow.
it's beautiful. Can I touch it?
I would prefer you did not.
Okay. Is it bad I kind of want one? Oh no,
Not
Bruce
at
would
all.
kill me.
This is my first one.
Really?
I always wanted them. I just never had the nerve, and I was like, fuck it. And it's worth it. Holy. Wow.
Yeah, you look at the mirror and it is really cool. It's a sapphire encrusted ink, blue ink that glows slightly with the shape of a phoenix on your back, Sandy.
Oh. Is this what Uncle Ripper was talking about? They get addicted and now you want another one? I kind of want another one. No, I should get some rest. I bled a lot. Oh, that's my blood. Oh, man.
What about you, dear? Art asked Alice. I can definitely clean things up and get you ready for your own if you'd like.
Darling, as much as I would like the magical benefits of whatever Zanny just went through, first off, my husband would kill me if I came home with that giant thing on my back. Secondly, I don't want to pass out. Thirdly, I want to keep my clothes on. Thank you. Alice wants one so badly, and by that I mean I want Alice to have one so badly.
Art just like shrugs. All right.
Can you make them smaller?
Yes, depends on what it is and
Well,
where it is.
like, similar to Zanny's, but the aquamarine dust one.
I can do it on your neck, your face, your forearm, your back, or your chest.
Oh, no, I wear too many low-cut dresses. That'd be too much of a problem. Now, when you say my back, it could be like my lower back.
Yes, your lower back.
And it could be small.
Needs to be at least about yay big.
Alice is gonna get a tramp stamp one of these days, you guys.
Exactly. At least it has to be big enough for the the ink and everything. So you could get a tramp stamp for Alice, and it'll increase your charisma.
Alice is not going to right now, but she's thinking about it. But she goes, "No, Bruce would kill me." Zanny, let's go. Let's go. We go. Before I get tempted.
Let's go out of here. I need to lay down, like face down.
Okay, darling. Should I clean this in any way, or just?
Oh yeah. I've actually never dealt with these before. What's the aftercare on these things?
Art tells you that it is a magical item effect, so you don't have to worry about like scarring or like smearing or anything. You just have to, it's gonna be sensitive for 24 hours. Otherwise, you can right away go take a shower. You can do whatever you want. It's just sensitive for 24 hours. But it is permanent.
Excellent.
As Alice shakes her head from.
I said, don't go take a shower.
No, that's the real life. Like, hey, don't take a shower right
Yeah,
after
that's
you
the real
tattoo.
ones.
This is a magical tattoo.
Oh no, I'm just saying it a heart.
Yeah, but this time, whoa, it's sensitive, but yeah. Or else you can get something with like star sapphire for thunder resistance.
When am I ever going to stick my head up in a thunderstorm?
Fire opal for fire resistance. Have a fire tramp stamp.
Alice is leading Zanny out like a little old decrepit woman by her arm.
Yeah, Zanny needs it. She has draped her shirt and buttoned it up loosely, and she has not put her coat back on.
All right. The good news is it is literally right next door to the Drunken Stag. So literally from the tortoise, you just walk a few steps and you're at the entrance of the Drunken Stag. So you're able to get back into the Drunken Stag, find out about from Lance what rooms you're in, and then just rest in that place. Lance, would you still be at the Drunken Stag, or are you also doing other things aside from the Drunken Stag?
Oh no, he's leaving as soon as he gets the rooms.
Okay. So you will later on hear about or see Zanny with her new tattoo. Great. All right. Anything else for Zanny and Alice?
No, not for Zanny. She's just very grateful that she had Alice to hold her hand as she was unconscious.
I'm mother birding over Zanny right now. Just
Zanny-
taking care of her.
Yeah, she goes up to the room that Lance got and is just like, okay, I do have sass for this. It should help at least numb it.
Okay. I still don't know why you did this to yourself, darling.
Actually, can you help me put it on my back while you're still here? I can't reach all
Yes,
that.
of course. Yes, and I will rub some lotion on Zanny's new tat.
There we go. All right.
I did it for the, the help. It helps me. And so it helps us.
Of course. I mean, you look smarter, so surely you are smarter.
Yeah, I can't explain it, but I can definitely tell you that I am. I all new things I didn't think of popped in my head in that beautiful world of pain.
Alice opens her mouth to say something, and then she just pats Zanny on the head and go, "We're going to not have to talk about this anymore because I'm seriously considering it, and you know that's a problem if I'm seriously considering it."
I'll talk Bruce into it. It'll be fine.
No.
And inside, yes.
Yes.
Both player and character want it so bad.
No, see, Alice's first tattoo needs to be like a tiny little flower somewhere. And she'll cry the whole time. Oh, and audience also wants Alice to have a tattoo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's an audience request for a tramp stamp.
Yeah. Go ahead. I mean, like you could get it. You don't have to get a special tattoo. You can get a traditional tattoo for 100 silver.
No.
Like,
No, it's all or nothing, DM.
Okay. You're like the first one, but then I want the tramp stamp. So go get the tramp stamp. If
Yeah,
you have
okay.
the money. So
I know I have the look, we gotta think about these things over. As much as I, as a player, am an impulse tattoo buyer, I don't think Alice would be.
Fair. All right. Anything else before we move to the next person?
I'm a
If not, go ahead, Zanny.
I just said I'm a good.
Okay. All right. Let's go then next to Chance.
Isn't it Lance first?
No.
Lance going for me?
You and Zanny tied.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So, Chance, you head to the park or Lovely Lane over at Mako Gardens. And
Right before you get to Mako Gardens, though, is the Tome District, and she's just going to run upstairs really quick and make an appointment to talk with them sometime later this next couple days.
wait, who are you making an appointment with?
It's Clockwork Publishing.
Oh, Clockwork Publishing. Okay, cool.
So she needs to check in with them, but she's not going to check in with them now, but she's going to make an appointment to talk to them like tomorrow afternoon or something, whenever they're available.
Okay, roll me a d20. They're gonna be available on the 16th, the soonest they can get you in.
All right, well, I'm not available on the 16th.
Okay, how does the 17th sound?
All right, we could do the 17th.
There we go. All right, you get that. So 3 days from now, great. And then you had anywhere else while you're at the Tome District?
No, that was just because I thought it was right. It's right before the gate to the Mako Gardens, so she'd probably be like, I should. Yeah.
Yeah. Fenric is very happy to see you, but also they're dealing with a lot of different people that are trying to sue them for publishing the truth. So, all right. After that, you headed to the Mako Gardens, and you go towards the lovely lane, which is not on this map, but just kind of getting you the feel for the gardens of Mako Park. And eventually you come across a home. Let me get us to that map. Do you see the new map?
Yeah.
Great. It is a nice, modest, comfortable home. It has a lot of the garden aesthetics that the Mako Garden homes have. It's off the path. It's nice and it's secluded. It has lots of dirt roads that lead to the parks nearby. It's evenly spaced from other homes. It's a very quiet neighborhood for it. Definitely, there's like as you're getting closer, there's more expansion happening. Like people are trying to build more and more in this area, but also there's pushback to try to keep it conservatively with the conservation, I should say, the conservation of the forests and the nature aesthetic for it. As you approach the entrance, you see that there's trees, there's vines, different assorted like plants that are all natural of this region, and it's a nice stone building, a home for it, 1 story. Do you pull the doorbell?
I mean, I was going to knock on the door, but
That's it. You can either pull the doorbell or knock. What would Chance do?
knock.
All right. Roll a d20 for me. Okay. Answering the door is David. He is dressed doesn't have his hat, but he is wearing his suit, or a suit, I should say. And he opens the door. He's like, "Chance, surprised to see you here."
I mean, you shouldn't be. I called and said I was going to come.
I know, but still, like we didn't know when you were coming.
Yes, you did. I talked to Lily. If she didn't tell you, you should yell at her.
Then I will yell at her. Either way, welcome to our humble home. Please, please come in. He leads you inside, and it is a nice home. It isn't anything fanciful, but it is quaint. And you remember, kind of like from the communications that you had from Lily, that they paid for everything. You're the patron, paid for everything for it. So David's like, Lily did say you were coming. Just don't remember what time, but let me go get her. Here, let me get you to the sitting room. He leads you to the sitting room where there's lots of couches. Roll a perception check. You do hear in the distance the sound of children laughing. one of them being potentially your brother.
Yeah, she's gonna cast message in that general direction and be like, get off.
All right. As David is walking to go get Lily, there is a scampering sound, and eventually your brother, Andon, comes running towards you. And he's like, Sherry! And he just immediately just full on tackles you. And you fall back on the couch.
And then she swings him up and around.
So he's just like laughing and everything. And he's like, I miss you. I heard you were coming today, but just how are you?
It's a complicated question. Missed you, kid.
Yeah, it's
Kissing him on the forehead.
yeah. And he's like, ah. And eventually, like David's laughing. He's walking away, and roll one more perception check, please. Okay. As you're focusing in on your brother, you look for a moment and you see around the corner there is a girl.
You must
Like-
be Chance knows her name. Erin forgot her name. Like
Gwenira.
Naya.
And she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm Andon's friend." And Andon's like, "Yeah, Gwenira's my friend. We hang out a lot here in Jeddah." But where'd you come? You teleported? Is that right?
Part of the way.
That is really cool. When can I learn how to teleport?
Probably like 10 years from now.
Isn't there a way I could just get magic instead of having to study for 10 years?
I mean, not really. Like, there are ways for you to just get magic. We already know that. But
Yeah, warlock.
it wouldn't get you, even if you became a sorcerer or made a pact or something, like you would still start at the same space that you're starting now. And it would still probably take about 10 years till you got to a point that you could do something like teleportation. So, like, you're not really any further ahead doing any other route than the one you already love.
True. Well, I guess I'll stick with the books and be a wizard.
Have more books that things that I can teach you. Also, why do you sound depressed? Do you not want to be a wizard anymore? This used to be your dream.
Sorry, I didn't actually hear that. Can you repeat that?
Why do you sound depressed about being a wizard? This used to be your dream.
Oh, it is, but just there's so much magic and I really like it. It just I don't know. I mean, I want to be a wizard, but it's gonna take so much learning, 10 years sort of deal.
You like learning.
I do, but I want to be like you right now.
Yeah, and I'm 23 years older than you. So, see, it'll take you more than 10 years. It'll take you 23 years to get to where I am.
He just like leans back on the couch. All right, I'll keep hitting the books.
I will teach you some things that I have learned. Yes, let's all. It's so much to talk about.
And right as you say that, Lily does appear, your friend. And she's like, Chance girl. And she goes over, gives you a hug. And it is a nice reunion of family and friends for Chance. Is there any specific conversations you want to have with any of them?
I mean, many conversations.
Any at the moment?
I mean, just all of what's been going on, getting introduced, finding out about their shows, finding out when the schedule is, finding out about these Gwenara and her sister mother.
Yeah, Gunara is very like quieter around you. She mentions like, oh yeah, my mom should be picking me up soon anyway.
I mean, Chance wouldn't get into anything too deep while Gwenara is there.
Yeah,
she'd be asking more about them and what they've been up to, and then.
Yeah, and Lily and David would say that they've had, because of the patron, they've had because of their patron Miss Kolb, they've been having a lot of success in like the off hours at the opera house, as well as like being like a little bit of an entertainment the beginning part of the show. They've had a lot of success there, and they're having a lot more than they did in Ardita because there's less competition, with all things being considered.
Yeah, I have some interesting ideas. There's even less competition in the other regions. When is your next performance?
Well, we have it on every 5th day. Right now, so to be tomorrow would be the next day for it. Only issue is that we have a very exclusivity contract with Miss Kolb, so she controls our schedule and what shows and what venues we're allowed to.
She won't let me come and see it.
No, I mean like
rude.
if we're gonna go anywhere else. I mean,
but that was a separate conversation. The conversation was about when your next performance was, so I could come and see it.
Yeah, tomorrow. Our next performance is tomorrow.
And then you said she was exclusive, and I was like, what? She won't let me be your friend anymore?
No. Sorry, that's DM error. I thought you mentioned different like opportunities, so that's what I was answering for. But Lily and David are very happy with the arrangement. Andon is also very happy. He's like, yeah, Jedna's great. It's a great place.
Glad you're settling in here.
Yeah, I mean, school is good. Gwenara is fun. I get to go and watch Lily and David at the Opera House all the time. It's a good place. It's really good.
Excellent. You have to tell me all of the stories.
And it's at that point, or like about 30 minutes or maybe an hour in, there is a doorbell rung. David gets up, goes and answers it, and a pale-skinned, white-haired woman enters, very reminiscent of Lord Abiad, Chance, with the very same like or similar complexions. She walks in. David's like, allow me to introduce Miss Kolb. This is our friend Chance. Chance, this is Miss Kolb. She's our patron, the one who's been very like we owe a lot of our success to.
Yes, I've heard much about you, and also very little.
Yes. Well, Gwenara, it's time to go. We have things to deal with. Gwenara is like, all right, and then I'll see you tomorrow, right? And she kind of like looks at both Andon and then at Ira. Ira is like, yes, you'll see him tomorrow.
What's going on tomorrow?
It's a show tomorrow.
Ah, right.
Come along, daughter.
We should make some time this week to talk.
Must we?
Yes, we must.
Very well. Come along, Gwenara. Gwenara kind of like hugs Andon, hugs Lily and David, and kind of like looks at you, and she's like, "It's nice meeting you." And
Chance will pat her on the head.
Yep, and she heads along, following Ira. Ira then just quickly turns on her heel and leaves. Lily's like, yeah, she could be a little cold, or very cold sometimes.
No doubt.
But How long are you staying here, Chance Girl?
I truly don't know.
All right. Well, we'll enjoy you for as long as we're able to. We have a spare room in the back.
I mean, I don't even need room. I was going to sleep on the floor if I had to.
No, we have a bed. You can do that, and then it's like, you could sleep in my bed. I can sleep on the couch.
But why would I sleep in your bed and you sleep on the couch? If I sleep in your bed, I sleep next to you.
All right, all right. You just see him like with a mischievous grin. But yeah, you're able to spend the rest of the night with your family and your friends. Is there anything else Gwen or Chance is planning on doing for the rest of the night aside from having conversations?
No, not she's not going anywhere. Just yeah, spending time with them, play games, that sort of thing.
All right. With that being said, let's go to then Lance. Lance, you go and you secure the rooms, correct?
Yep.
All right. Let me really quickly pull up the Drunken Stag room rates. Sorry, 1 second. All right. That did not have that. Okay. So you're able to secure rooms. Each room has like 2 beds. Each room would be 20 silver. So how many? You're getting 3 rooms essentially. So 60 silver. Unless you want privacy for like any other reason.
He'll get, yeah, that's fine. He'll get 4 rooms because he needs one to do experiments with, and he doesn't need Erlon and bringing
Big
women
orange.
over. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so mark off 80 silver, and you secure the rooms. Afterwards, you head over to the constabularies. You pick up a few new bounties to entangle with. I'll be
Is
sending those.
is Jihad there, or what's his name?
David. Or no, sorry, Johar.
Johar.
Yep. You go to the specific one, and yeah, he is at that precinct, at that constabulary. Let me try to find him. There he is. You find the Ivorykin, who has been promoted to detective. So before he was a simple deputy, but apparently, with some because of his work in the last few months and the activities of him helping bring down or expose things with the Vipers through your efforts with the Crimson Peacekeepers, he got a stellar review from the Arif and the commissioner, and was fast tracked to detective. So he actually has a bigger office. It's no longer a tiny office that you're meeting him in.
Nice. Nice new digs, man.
Thanks.
Glad you got some more space.
I am too, and I am really grateful for the recognition and being able to be a detective.
Good. Well, I just wanted to say hi. We're back in town for at least a little while, so if you need anything over the next day or 2, let us know. We're back at the Drunken Stag.
All
Is there
right.
anything crazy? Oh, on the way into town, we got attacked by a black sand genie. It's dead, and one of the sand elementals with it, we took out. The other one, we thought we took out, but I don't think we did for sure. And it got away, so it might have got away.
I'll see if I can ask Stender's Guild to send a quick patrol to check the area.
Yeah. But the genie, the big problem's gone at least.
All right. Well, that's amazing news. I know there's definitely been a lot more activities that are very dangerous nowadays.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yes.
As things become more unstable in the region, it makes the planar walls unstable.
I'm not very versed in that, but it does make sense. So hopefully we can find out where Ramarum will side with. That way we are not caught in a three-way war.
Yeah. Well, hopefully that decision will be made soon.
There's hoping. 16 will it.
Yep. Is there anything pressing that you need right now that you know of?
There are more recent gang activities. If you're going to be in the city for a week, I can definitely use your help with it. And you will be compensated for it. So we have a discretionary fund that we've been using quite frequently.
Well, if you want to get some info together, I've got a meeting tomorrow. I can swing by afterwards and with the group, and we can get some more info. Assuming we don't get whisked away after the meeting tomorrow for some strange reason that I don't know about yet.
Well, the life of an adventurer is very hard, but
Yes.
hey, I'll compile a list of different things that we can possibly use your help with over the next week.
Perfect. Yes. Also, personal matter. I am tracking a vampire that may be in town here. Fleeing from Zarek a few months back, actually may have been here when we were here before.
Strange enough, there were some rumors of a vampire, but they've disappeared roughly the same time period that you arrived in.
Okay. If they pop up again and you guys apprehend them, before anything happens to them, reach out to me directly.
Is it this personal matter, like you have some questions with regards to them?
Yes, I have a I have something I want to offer them that may work out for you guys as well, especially if they did something bad and they need to be punished, but it may be a way. I'm working on a way to cure them.
Okay.
So
Vampirism is illegal, but if you can find a way to undo that, I mean,
right, think of it as my necromancy works differently than most people's, as you've probably seen from seeing how my skeletons work in the past. I'm trying to figure out a way to basically remove the negative energy from higher level undead. And my next one would be to try on a more sentient version of that.
I see. I'm not an arcanist, so I'm not very familiar with how that would work. But if it's possible, I mean, I can pull some strings to make sure that we can hold them. And if you're still in the city, we could at least try to get you to have a conversation with them.
Yeah, I would appreciate that, at least getting a conversation. So if you guys happen to arrest one, just throwing that out there. But if not, no worries. But I just heard there may be one in town, so but that was also a lead from a month ago, 2 months ago, so I don't even know at this point. So just something to keep in mind.
Understood.
For all I know, they could have moved on, so.
Yes. Actually, let me think really quickly. That was grace, the heat to earth, the beast. Yeah, it's been 4 months. if you think about it.
Yeah.
All right. With that said, any other points of contact you want to touch on, Lance?
No, I think Lance would just kind of flip through the bounties and then just kind of wander around the city for a while. He would go message. He'd send a sending um to Glub Glub and see if he wants to go get a drink.
Yeah. Let me see if he's in town or if he's on a mission. He's in town. So yeah, you would be able to have a meeting with the fishpoke wizard. And let me just double check. He's on this map or another one. There he is. Blanib Lebfin.
Glib Glib, yeah.
Blanib Lebfin is able to have a nice drink with you. So, and Tune and Alice is, yep, Nip, yeah. Blanib
Nip Nip.
Lebfin.
Nip Nip, yep. Nip Nip Lefin. We're gonna go have a drink.
Nib Lebfin. BBLENNIBB LEBBFINN. And
That's-
so you're like, oh yeah, Nip.
Yeah, that's what we said. Nip Nip Lefin.
Okay. All right, you have a
Just
good.
just to catch up, just a friendly wizard to wizard. Hey, how's it going? How are things doing?
Yep. And yeah, it's a good conversation, and you continue that friendship, that association with him, and we'll see what if it ever bears fruit, or if it's just a nice casual friendship. All right. Open up the floor. Does anyone else have anything they want to bring up at this time for the 14th?
I will send a sending after dark.
Oh, you're sending a sending? Okay, what's the sending? Who's the sending to?
To the vampire. Because I did tell Lance that I was going to do that when we got to Jedna.
Okay. Gotcha. Let me pull up something really quickly then. Excuse me. Sorry, 1 second.
Chance is excited to be here. Also, she's all business. She's like, got to stop my publisher, got to set up these meetings.
Right?
I gotta send a note or a sending to Emily too.
Yep. There's a lot to do. Like, hey, Jeddah is a great city. So, let me see something. Just trying to find one thing in my descriptions.
Her name.
No, I have her name. But I want to just make sure about one thing for it. Okay. Sorry, give me 30 more seconds. Let me see if I can find it this way. Okay. Last chance for the day. All right. So what is your ascending exactly, Chance?
Hello. We met months ago on the light night of the Lion Man. I wish you no harm. I have a friend who wishes to meet.
Trying to think. Hold on. Roll a charisma check.
Mary Bones?
Okay.
Isn't her name like
I-
Clarissa?
Don't want. I put my past behind me. Don't want anything to do with it anymore.
I'll send her another sending. That's kind of why we want to talk. We may be able to help. If you're in Jedna, leave word at the Drunken Stag.
Roll a charisma check. Or sorry, persuasion check.
Okay.
There is no response. But later on, Lance does get potentially a visit. And now
I
Lance.
didn't tell her who to be looking for. That's creepy.
Wait, what was that?
I said I didn't tell her his name or who to be looking for. That's creepy.
Yeah, well, she's gonna be at the Drunken Stag, but she has no idea who she's looking for. So all she knows is she remembers you. So she's gonna be looking at the Drunken Stag for you, I guess. Not Lance.
Yeah, but Lance can probably spot an undead from a mile away. I'll be right back, though.
Okay. All right. As your persuasion is very successful, but also she's very, very timid to meet. So she doesn't answer, but she does decide to go.
Yeah, but I would, well, when he gets back, I would also probably forewarn Lance and, I don't know, ask him if he needs me to come, because she definitely would be like, oh, Lance is not going to convince her of anything.
Yeah, we'll see. Just not gonna convince her.
So she would ask Lance if he wants her help, but when he gets back.
That does mean that Chance has to go all the way from Mako Gardens to the Ambrosia Bazaar and stay there for a couple of hours or a few hours before going back home, back to the Mako Gardens.
Yes, but presumably, since I didn't even contact her until it was night.
Could be the following night. So, fair enough. All right.
Also, I did say I don't remember what it was, but for the next 3 days, my sleep schedule's all wonky, anyways.
Fair. All right. Let's do one final check-in. Alice, anything else you're doing or you want to mention before we wrap up?
No, I'd probably just use my not actually as big as it looks sending Jim to tell dear old Brucey that I'm alive and well.
All right. Sounds good. No tramp stamp yet.
No. If I do get one, he's gonna find out as a surprise. No, I'm not telling him.
All right. Zanny, anything you're doing before we wrap up?
Now that we've settled in for the night, before Zanny goes to bed, she's gonna do ascending to Laura and just let her know, that we moved to Jeddah, and meeting the Arif, we'll have to stay here for a little while before we can come that way.
All right. And Laura understands, and she is looking forward to your return.
And then just take my sending stone out, and that one's just a check-in back home. I just do a sending back home to Grandma Ellie, just still safe and sound in Jeddah, about to go meet with the Arif, and I got one of those magic tattoos today. They really fucking hurt.
Yeah, they really do. Glad you're still safe. Glad you got a new tattoo. And stay safe out there, kid.
118 years old. She still calls me kid.
All right. Any last things from Chance before we wrap up?
I don't know. More, just more.
Just more.
More. But also, yeah, the next night, since it wasn't that night, the next night, Chance would be more available to take a few hours away. Just the first day she's not.
Yep. All right. And then we'll wait till Lance comes back just to be able to double check if there's anything else he wants to do. But we'll give it 30 more seconds. Let's see. Two. Put the thing back to the main campaign page. Let me see if we could cycle back to yes, the lands of Arame Room. And let's go back to this.
That lone cactus.
Right? Alone.
He's so lonely.
So lonely, this one.
Oh, he's got wait, never mind. He's got a little friend.
He's got a little friend, a little buddy. The different types of cacti. One, he's like, got a little buddy here.
It's my buddy Richard.
Buddy Richard. There you go. Frank and Richard. Why not? All right. Well, that's good. That's the end of it for us, folks. We're gonna be wrapping up. That's the end of session 75. Next week, we're gonna go into basically like a quick morning check-in with the group, and then discussions with the Arif, with Wolf. Before we go, if that takes a long time, great. If it doesn't, we're gonna then move on to the different parts of like what the group is doing in Jeddah. Lance, right? You're coming back. You want to check? Was there any last thing you want to do with Lance as like before he goes to sleep?
No, I mean, if she popped by that night, he would talk to her because he'd probably be up hanging out downstairs.
Chance mentioned that that's probably going to be the next night because she's calling her that night, the 14th. So it's probably going to be rearranged for the 15th, and she can tell you about that and that you both will be there for it. So,
Okay.
Great. So 15th will be Arif and Vampire potentially. Cool. With that being said, next week we'll go into session 76. We'll see what direction Aram Maroom turns to when it comes to the Civil War, and go from there. What's going to happen with the rest of the story? But for everyone out there who watched us, thank you so much for watching. Tune in next week to see the continuation of the story. And everyone out there, hope everyone has a good and safe night. Till next time, everyone. Take care.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Okay.